Greetings to everyone on our channel, friends. This is Sheriff Labrador back with you again, along with my trusty partner, Sheriff Dobie. Today we have something special for you. We are diving into the terrifyingly exciting Roblox mode called Escape Papa Pizza's Pizzeria.
Hello, everyone. Imagine this. You're trapped in an abandoned pizzeria where danger lurks around every corner. The main goal is to escape from this grim place, but be careful. A creepy chef, Papa Pizza, is hot on your heels, cooking his horrifying pizzas out of human parts. Yes, you heard that right. This will be a true test of agility and wits.
Dobie, tell everyone what they have to overcome.
Oh yes, guys, this will be a real challenge. You will need to solve puzzles, avoid traps, and run as fast as you can to avoid falling into the hands of this insane chef. But don't worry, Labrador and I will be there to help you every step of the way.
So, are you ready for this incredible adventure? Then make yourselves comfortable, brace your nerves, and let's see if we can escape Papa Pizza's Pizzeria together.
Oh no, Labrador, where's the light? I think Papa Pizza is chasing us. Hide, Labrador! We need to act quickly and precisely because Papa Pizza is right on our heels.
Oh, guys, he's right behind us. Do you see those scary eyes and that creepy apron? Papa Pizza is making his horrific pizzas, and he wants to add us to the menu. We need to find an exit immediately.
Exactly, Labrador. Listen carefully, guys. To save ourselves, we need to find a hole in the floor and jump into it. It's our only chance to escape this crazy chef. Let's move quickly. Time is running out.
Excellent. We did it, guys. We're safe. This time. But stay alert. There are always new challenges in this game. Thanks for being with us, and see you in the next adventure.
Woo, that was creepy, but we made it. Subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and let us know in the comments which modes you'd like to see next time.
We are now in, yes, the stinky sewers. Oh, what a terrible stench here. But we have no choice, guys, to get out of here. We need to climb up through the hatch. The problem is that waiting for us above is none other than the evil Papa Pizza.
Exactly, Labrador. The hatch leads straight into the bathroom, and Papa Pizza is already there, ready to grab us. But we have a plan. First, we need to find the hatch and carefully climb up, and then we'll try to outsmart him.
Do you see ahead? There should be a hatch. Be careful and watch every step to avoid traps. Dobie, do you think we can outsmart Papa Pizza?
Of course, Labrador. We need to be smarter and faster. Guys, as soon as we climb up through the hatch, be ready to react quickly. We need to immediately figure out how to bypass Papa Pizza and escape.
All right, Dobie, let's give it a try. There's the hatch. I see it. Is everyone ready? Let's climb up. Carefully. Quietly. That's it. We're almost there.
Oh no, he's here. Run, guys, faster. We need to find a way out of this bathroom and bypass Papa Pizza. Labrador, where to next?
We made it through that scary web. But how did Papa Pizza even become Papa Spider? Ouch! We stepped on a spike. We'll have to start over from the beginning.
We're currently navigating a trap with spikes, and we'll need to be very careful not to get caught in them.
Yes, Dobie, this is definitely not the place you want to get stuck. Watch your step, guys, and move away from these ominous spikes. We can do this together. Stick together.
After this trap, we'll face another challenge. We have to navigate a parkour across old pipes that could collapse at any moment. Be careful, guys, and help each other out.
Don't doubt it, we'll do this together. Hold hands and move forward. Nothing will stop us in this deadly race against time.
By the way, Labrador, do you remember that time when we tackled this mode as part of a 6-person sheriff squad?
Of course I remember. It was an exciting adventure. We fought against the clock, solved puzzles, and supported each other every step of the way. And remember what we promised to the one who would complete the level first?
Yes, we promised a prize and the trophy for the best sheriff. But you know, in the end, we all made it together and shared that victory.
Exactly, Dobie. It's important to remember that strength lies in unity. We can achieve great heights when we're together. So stick together, friends, and together we can overcome all obstacles.
We just escaped from the pizzeria with the terrifying chef. Phew, that wasn't easy. We're currently in a room with lasers, and we'll need to be very careful not to get caught by them.
Yes, Dobie, these lasers can be a real trap, but we'll manage, because we've already been through a lot. Let's move together and help each other out.
After this room, we'll face another challenge. We'll have to get into the freezer of this pizzeria and find a way out from there. But be careful, guys. There might be hidden dangers there.
Don't worry, we'll be together and help each other overcome any difficulties. Let's move forward and defeat this horror.
Also, Labrador, remember that time when we responded to a call from a school kid? He said the ice cream man was poisoning everyone through his ice cream and demanding huge amounts of money for the antidote.
Of course I remember. It was a real challenge for us, but thanks to our unity and teamwork, we were able to save everyone from this madness. It's important to remember that when we're together, we're strong.
Exactly, Labrador. Let's apply this principle in this game, too. Together, we'll overcome all obstacles. Be sure of it, guys.
By all means, we're ready for it. We received a call to the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. It was one of the most memorable cases in our sheriff career.
Yes, Labrador. That day was a real trial for us. The head security guard of the pizzeria called us, and his face was pale with horror. He said he saw on camera how Freddy Fazbear started moving, which was very strange, considering that he usually stands still.
Dobie and I immediately assembled our team and headed to the scene. Upon arrival, we were prepared for anything. Our task was to evacuate everyone from the pizzeria and keep an eye on Freddy Fazbear to prevent any danger.
When we entered the pizzeria, we felt a strange atmosphere. The air was filled with tension, and we knew something was wrong. We started evacuating the visitors and staff, reassuring them that it was just a precaution.
But when everyone was safe, our team began monitoring Freddy Fazbear. He started moving, leaving his usual place, which made us remain constantly vigilant. We watched him, ready to intervene at any moment.
Finally, Freddy Fazbear returned to his place, and we were able to relax. That day showed us how important it is to be prepared for any situation, even the most unexpected. Thanks to our team and actions in the critical moment, we were able to prevent anything.
Exactly, Dobie. It was a real challenge, but we made it. We had an amazing story that happened yesterday. Both I and my faithful partner, Sheriff Dobie, suddenly found ourselves drawn into an incredible adventure that began right at our home.
Yes, Labrador, yesterday was a real climax. Both of us, tired after a hard day's work, went to bed, unaware of what awaited us. But our peace was suddenly interrupted by a strange light and the hum of UFO engines outside the window.
We both woke up from this strange sound and looked out the window to see what was happening. And what did we see? Hovering above our houses was a huge UFO, like something out of alien movies.
It was scary and exciting at the same time. But before we could do anything, we were both taken on this UFO. Before us was an incredible sight. We found ourselves inside the alien spaceship.
And that's when our real adventure began. The aliens made us go through various trials and puzzles to escape from this ship. It was like we were in a real escape Papa Pizza's Pizzeria mode, only with aliens instead of a pizzeria.
Labrador and I worked together to overcome all the trials the aliens threw at us. Thanks to our unity and ingenuity, we managed to find a way out of this cosmic labyrinth and return home.
And when we found ourselves back on Earth, we felt like true heroes. It was one of the most incredible days of our lives, which we'll never forget. You never know what might happen, friends, so be prepared for anything.
Yes, we've gone through all the trials Papa Pizza threw at us, and it seemed like we were close to freedom. All that was left was to climb to the top of this sewer and escape from this cursed building. But, oh no, just when we thought our mission was almost complete, another trial awaits us ahead. A scary forest where Papa Pizza awaits us, ready to catch us and turn us into his next pizza topping.
This truly sounds terrifying, Dobie, but we have no choice but to gather all our strength and act together. We've overcome many dangers, and this forest won't be an exception.
Absolutely, Labrador. We must remain resolute and not let fear overcome us. Forward, friends. Together, we can overcome any obstacles and reach the end of this adventure.
Yes, Dobie, you're right. Let's go, guys. Stick together, follow us, and be prepared for anything. We'll meet Papa Pizza and show him that sheriffs don't give up so easily.
All that's left is to climb onto these boxes, and yes, we managed to escape from the evil Papa Pizza. Labrador, how did you manage to get through this dark forest maze? I was really scared when I saw him coming after us. Did you hear? When we jumped over the fence, he cried. I even felt sorry for him. How will he cook pizzas now?
Do you feel sorry for him? Remember what he makes his pizzas from. I think now he realizes that pizza should be made from simple ingredients, not from humans. Thank you for watching, everyone. Hello, dear friends. Today we will be escaping from the evil dog head.
But we won't just be escaping. We need to help the mama cat find her kittens. There are 7 kittens in total.
Don't forget to like the video. Well, let's get started. She says there will be monsters waiting for us, but we already know who they are. Maybe they'll see us and think we're one of them.
I hope we don't find out the answer to that question from inside one of them. But that would be amusing.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
They came out so suddenly, I didn't expect them around the corner at all.
Look, we found a purple key on the ground. That means there's a purple hole nearby. I mean, a purple lock.
We found it. It seems there's a spawn point here for a reason. Let's go in.
Okay, it seems you're right. We need to do some parkour, but if we fall, we'll be eaten by the giant evil dog head.
It's interesting how she got in here, considering the doors are so small.
Oh no, we fell right next to her. Luckily, she's clumsy due to her size. It must be very cramped for her here. I don't think she was put here intentionally. She was probably born and raised here.
I even feel a little sorry for her. It seems she's never even seen sunlight. That's probably why her eyes are red.
Phew, we landed very lucky on another parkour element, so we won't have to go back far.
Yeah, Sheriff Labrador. Luck is one of the main factors in parkour.
It turns out this block falls too. It's fortunate that having good reflexes gives you a chance not to fall.
Reflexes are indeed good, but it seems like it was too slippery there to get a grip.
Yeah, I also wanted to say that I think luck is needed all the time. Not just in parkour, but in life in general.
Rightly observed, Labrador. We've already passed the parkour. Somewhere around here is the lost kitten.
Here he is. Poor thing, sitting in the cage and crying. We need to quickly take him back to his mama cat. He might be hungry.
It seems we're headed into this portal. It wouldn't be cool to go through the parkour again in reverse.
Here's your little one, mama cat. Try not to lose track of them again. Now, let's go find the rest.
I hope this time it won't be as scary to find the key.
I'm afraid, Dobie, they might have gotten even angrier and called their friends so we couldn't rescue the others.
Yeah, let's try going left. Maybe there are fewer of them that way.
Wow, a banana. Maybe it's also some kind of special key.
It looks like it's a lure in case we get hungry.
Oh no, run! There are so many of them that the screen is shaking as they run.
When will we find the key already?
Here it is, finally. We found the key in the door right away.
Oh no, be careful. Go around them along the wall.
We managed to slip through. It's a good thing we're so agile.
I think there's a bone parkour here. I'm afraid to find out whose bones they are from.
Why is there a bone on the left if you can just... I got it. It was a scam.
Labrador, usually when people say scam, they mean an online deception for money.
Well, Dobby, now I know. By the way, what if the bones are here intentionally and they knew we'd come and gnaw on them? Did they think it would be so easy to bait us?
Unlikely. I have only one question. Why did they dress us up as cats? What if they had seen that we were dogs? They wouldn't have been hostile towards us.
Unfortunately, we won't find out because it's impossible to take it off. It's stuck.
I hear some sounds too. We need to get to the source. Maybe it's hypnotism for the kitten.
Perhaps. Here's the source, the head of the evil dog. It seems to be a fake. And in fact, it's a speaker.
It's emitting very strange sounds, as if it's a signal for aliens or a call for other crazy dog heads.
Hooray! Come on, little kitten. We'll take you back to your mom now.
I wonder where the father of these kittens is.
I hope he's safe. And those weren't his bones there.
Here's another kitten. Only 5 left to find.
Let's keep going and search for the keys.
It seems like this isn't a key. Why do we need a toilet?
This is a teleporter. It's strange that it's in the toilet. Maybe we're in the sewer.
Judging by the fact that we just jumped into the water, that's true. Oh, look, it's the evil doghead fish. How does its head not tip over?
It seems we need to somehow navigate around these air currents so we don't get pulled up towards the dogfish.
Yeah, I see a spot where we can swim through. The main thing is not to rush and hold our breath well.
Oops, looks like she can swim. I thought she was just standing still.
Hey, Labrador, what do you think this place is, and how did we end up here?
I have no idea, Dobie. It's definitely weird. Why are mama cat's kittens locked up in cages guarded by the heads of evil dogs? And why do we need to go through all these trials to reach them?
It seems they chose us precisely because they know we're the best sheriffs. Maybe these dog heads were once ordinary, kind dogs, but something went wrong with an experiment. Or they were intentionally made like this. But who and for what purpose could create such a strange place?
Perhaps it's the work of some mad scientist or a group of pranksters. Or maybe it's part of some larger experiment. Regardless, our priority right now is to figure out how to navigate through these challenges and rescue those kittens.
Agreed. It seems that each trial is designed to test our skills and problem-solving abilities. We'll save these kittens and uncover the mystery of this strange place.
Hold the kitten, let's go find the next one.
I hope they're okay and still alive after all this time. But I don't think kittens would taste good. Plus, they're small and bony.
Great, another key. The door must be nearby.
There it is. Hurry up.
All right, what's up this time? These trials are really exciting.
There is a lot of dirt and stones around. Are we underground?
Look, we stepped on some strange material and it disappeared right under our feet. Just hope there's no trap like in Minecraft when you dig below yourself.
I hope the kids aren't claustrophobic. Let's make the atmosphere a little less gloomy by telling the kids a story about how there was a feud between cats and dogs in town. But we managed to band together to prevent something terrible from happening. It was a tense time in our city. Dogs and cats were at each other's throats, constantly bickering and fighting over territory and resources. It seemed like there was no end to the animosity between them.
Indeed, Dobie. The situation was dire. The streets were filled with growls and hisses, and it felt like the city was on the brink of chaos. But then something unexpected happened.
One day, a series of mysterious disappearances occurred. Dogs and cats from all over the city were vanishing without a trace. At first, we thought it was just the usual conflicts escalating, but it soon became clear that something more sinister was at play.
We knew we had to act fast. Despite the long-standing animosity between our two species, we realized that we were all in this together. We couldn't let our differences divide us any longer.
So, we put aside our rivalry and joined forces to investigate the disappearances. Working together was challenging at first, but as we delved deeper into the mystery, we discovered evidence pointing to a common enemy.
Hooray! We saved a kitten! It turns out that a group of rogue animals, neither dog nor cat, was behind the disappearances. They were trying to sow discord among us, using our differences against us to further their own agenda.
But we weren't about to let them succeed. With the help of our fellow dogs and cats, we tracked down the culprits and put an end to their scheme. In doing so, we realized that despite our differences, we were stronger together.
How sneaky! There was an evil doghead waiting for us right behind the door. I'm very glad that now cats and dogs in our city no longer harbor hatred towards each other.
I completely agree with you. Look, we found a door and immediately found the key. Very convenient.
While we were looking for that door, we found another key. Since we found another door as well, let's go through this one.
Labrador, I just remembered another interesting story. I always love spending time in the forest, enjoying nature, and collecting mushrooms. One warm autumn day, I decided to go for a walk in the woods alone. Labrador was busy with city affairs, and I thought some solitude wouldn't hurt. As I walked along the narrow path, I relished the fresh air and the vibrant colors of the autumn leaves. Soon, I stumbled upon a clearing with magnificent white mushrooms, and I began gathering them into my basket. Suddenly, I heard a strange noise coming from deep within the forest and decided to check it out. As I got closer, the forest came alive. The tree branches seemed alive and were moving as if trying to grab me. In a panic, I started looking for a way back, but the path had disappeared. Gathering all my courage, I continued forward, hoping to find a way out.
Oh no, we made a mistake. We've been here before.
Suddenly, I stumbled upon a deep pit filled with water and saw a large bear heading towards it. I froze, not daring to breathe. While the bear drank, I slowly and quietly began to retreat. But one of the branches under my foot snapped, and the bear looked up, staring straight at me. My basket of mushrooms fell from my hands, and I ran. I dashed through the forest, avoiding branches, until I burst onto a familiar clearing where the path leading out of the forest began. My heart was pounding, but I kept running until I reached safety. When I finally emerged from the forest, I was exhausted, but happy to have avoided danger.
Very engaging story with an unexpected twist, Dobie. Thanks for sharing it with us. Well, we found another key and are hurrying to open the penultimate door. Let's hope everything's all right with the kittens.
I see him behind the glass wall. We need to figure out how to reach it.
It looks like we'll have to do some parkour on the rocks. By the way, it really reminds me of the floor is lava mode. Guys, be sure to check out the video about this mode on our channel.
I'd like to take this golden key and melt it down. It could fetch a pretty penny. Something tells me there's a spawn point here for a reason.
You're right, the evil dog ate us.
How I love my job. From the outside, it seems very difficult. To some extent, it is. But when the work is enjoyable for you, all the difficulties seem trivial. It's always fun when you have such a cool partner like you, Labrador.
Very kind words, Dobie, thank you. You're a great partner, too. But it seems like this is the last kitten.
Old Mama Cat, never lose your kittens again. Our adventure is coming to an end.
Here we are, finally out of that dreadful place and having done another good deed. It feels so satisfying. Anyway, thanks to everyone for watching. Feel free to suggest more games for us to play in the comments. Like, subscribe, and check out our other videos. What? Where are we, Dobie?
I don't know, but it looks a lot like a children's room, with toys everywhere.
Wait a minute, it can't be. This looks like the
Evil Doll's room?
Hello, everyone! Today, Dobie and I are going to escape from the Evil Doll's house. What will we encounter?
And what awaits us will be a multitude of amazing and mysterious challenges. Our goal is not only to escape, but also to defeat the evil doll herself.
Just look at this room. It even has a special atmosphere that makes you start to feel like a child again.
I completely agree with you, Labrador. Today we will also plunge into childhood and explore the house of this doll.
So, it looks like we need to go through this small passage. The arrows lead to the house. Hopefully, the battle with the doll won't start too soon.
We picked up some candy. I wouldn't try it. She might have poisoned it. We need to find 10 of these candies.
It seems like we need to jump here. Let's postpone it for a bit and explore this house. Maybe we'll find something useful here.
Great. It wasn't in vain that we looked around. We found another candy.
Hooray! Checkpoint so we can die.
How much she loves herself, hanging her own portraits. I think you took your phrase too seriously. There was no need to die for a check.
I accidentally thought it was okay to walk there.
Ahead is another hole. Where are we descending to? It's like we're not far from hell.
Doesn't look like hell. It's a mountain of dishes here.
Listen, for me, a mountain of dishes is hell. I hate washing them.
And I'm the opposite. I enjoy it. I turn on my favorite playlist and sing along. It really lifts my spirits.
It's very strange. It seems like this place hasn't been cleaned in years. Maybe instead of washing dishes, she just buys new ones?
Yeah, that seems to be the case. I can't think of any other explanation for this mess.
It feels like we still have forever to go. I don't see the end in the distance. These arrows do have a mesmerizing effect, almost as if they're intentionally arranged to create an illusion or induce hallucinations.
Did you notice that in this room the floor is lava? But I see roses in this lava. It seems like these are hallucinations.
I see them too. Great, we've reached another checkpoint.
It seems like there's finally an end. Phew, I hope the next location won't involve parkour. I'm a bit tired already.
Some creepy toys, perhaps a demon has possessed them, or the souls of children are trapped inside them. Brr! Scary. By the way, did you know that in Poppy Playtime, the toys aren't actually bloody, but it's a mixture of red Poppy? I recently studied the storyline of this game. It's very interesting.
No, I didn't know. I'll definitely check it out in my free time, but just look at how we were fooled. It turns out we didn't see the real end, but now we can see the house in the distance. It seems like we should head there.
Let's hurry up then. I can even see a Ferris wheel. It's a very interesting location. I'd like the amusement park to be close to our police station.
Hey, Dobie, have you ever thought about candies?
Of course, Lab. Who doesn't love sweets?
True that. But do you have a favorite candy?
Well, I think my choice is chocolate candies with nuts. What about you?
I prefer caramel candies. They're like a sweet sound in the middle of the workday.
Agreed. Sometimes caramel can be a real lifesaver. But you know what's even better than candies?
I don't think anything can be better than candies. Well, maybe even more candies.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on the same page with you. Candies are just incredibly delicious.
You just look at her. Why is she sitting there staring at us and didn't even say hello?
It seems to me she pretended to be an inanimate doll, but was actually watching us.
Then it's even scarier. Maybe we need to walk around here and find a way to open the gates.
Here it is, the button. Looks like we need to press 3 of these.
It says you can hide here. Looks like we're about to face some dangerous challenge.
Let's go.
And here she is, descending on her long braids. How does she see anything with those eyes?
Oops, let's hide quickly. I want to watch her from a safe place.
Let's climb higher. Maybe she won't notice us that way.
Did you see that? Her braids just flickered past the room. I'd hold my breath.
We mustn't forget our current task, namely to press 2 more buttons.
It's good that we took a look around. It's never unnecessary. Actually, I see quite a few rooms here where we can hide. so this challenge will be very easy for us, especially considering that we have experience as sheriffs.
I constantly hear her whispering. It's very unsettling.
Oh no, she's behind us. We need to hurry and press this button and hide. Let's lighten the mood and ease the tension by telling the folks a couple of interesting stories.
Okay, let me get started. It was a regular morning in our quiet town. Sheriff Dobie and I decided to relax a bit and headed to our favorite corner cafe to enjoy some delicious donuts and good conversation. Just as we were starting to savor the aroma of fresh donuts, our tranquility was suddenly disrupted. We received a call from the evil ice cream vendor who allegedly hypnotized children with his ice cream and demanded ransom. Without hesitation, we abandoned the donuts and rushed to the scene. The situation was serious, and we needed to act quickly. Upon arrival at the ice cream stand, we found a group of children with blank, trance-like stares, as if they were indeed under hypnosis. We realized that the ice cream contained some strange component that affected the children's minds. Without wasting any time, we devised a plan. I distracted the ice cream vendor by asking him questions about his ice cream, while Dobie searched for and destroyed the source of the hypnotic influence. Thanks to our coordinated efforts, we were able to expose the villain and free all the children from his control. We apprehended the ice cream vendor and handed him over to the police.
Great story, Labrador. In the meantime, we've passed the first mini challenge and are tackling the parkour again. Let me continue our tales. Waking up to the unexpected sounds of fireworks, I immediately sensed that something was amiss. After all, it was still early in the morning, and such loud noises didn't fit the usual order of things in our town. Getting out of bed, I realized that I needed to check what was going on. Stepping outside, my nose caught something strange. The smell of smoke and fire. Sheriff Labrador, my faithful partner, was already waiting for me outside my house, and his expression said it all. Something serious had happened. Following our instincts, we decided to investigate the area where we heard the fireworks. Soon enough, we found the source of the smoke. A warehouse storing goods for our town was on fire. We quickly approached the scene and began unraveling the puzzle. The traces left at the crime scene told us that it was the work of malicious criminals, unwilling to bring anything good to our town. Gathering all possible evidence, we concluded that our task was to find the culprits and prevent further attacks on our community. Thanks to our efforts and meticulous investigation, we were able to track down the criminals and arrest them before they could do any more harm.
Dobie, you remembered another captivating story as well, but I can already feel that we're close to our goal. The final battle with the boss, the evil doll, is just around the corner. But before that, I want to share one more of my stories. After a long and well-deserved break, when Dobie and I finally returned to work, I felt full of enthusiasm and ready for action. However, to our surprise, the first few hours on duty were completely calm. Not a single call came in, and I began to find it suspicious. Suspicions grew when I noticed that our antenna wasn't transmitting signals. Apparently, something had happened to the wires. We started checking and found that the wires had been chewed through. The culprit turned out to be an evil raccoon, who clearly didn't want us to receive calls and be able to help people. Realizing immediately that our communication was disrupted, I pressed the SOS button to alert the other sheriffs about the problem. We couldn't afford to leave our town unprotected due to unexpected technical issues. Soon after that, the calls started pouring in one after another. It was obvious that people needed our help, and there was no time to waste. Dobie and I immediately headed to the scenes to assist those in need.
Oh my God, while you were telling us your story, we've already started battling the evil doll. Let's give her a fight.
Did you see how that giant candy nearly hit us on the head? We need to not only aim at it, but also dodge its attacks.
She seems to really love sweets. How is she not stuck in another place? Oh, she's a doll.
Shoot more accurately, our shots are missing.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
By the way, Dobie, have you ever thought about the harm of sweets?
Of course, Lab. Sweets can be delicious, but they can also be harmful, especially if consumed in excess.
Exactly. I've noticed that lately our residents have been consuming too many sweets. This can lead to health problems, especially for children.
Yes, and not just for children. We need to inform our citizens about the importance of balanced nutrition and limiting the consumption of sweets.
Agreed. Let's organize a campaign to educate people about the dangers of excessive sugar consumption. Together, we can make our city healthier and stronger.
Yes, we did it. Well done, Sheriff Labrador.
Hold on, maybe we haven't won yet. I'm not quite sure what she's doing right now.
It seems like I understand what's about to happen, and I'm glad about it.
Oh my, what a ridiculous death. It must be quite embarrassing, especially considering she almost had us for dinner.
Absolutely! It's time to celebrate our victory for real now!
Sometimes even the cringiest dances feel like a victory lap, don't they?
I agree with you, but it's still good that other players don't see it.
It seems like we've reached the end of this place, which means it's time to wrap things up. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, dear friends. Today, Dobie and I will be playing the scariest map in Roblox, Doors. We are in for a lot of mysterious challenges, and most importantly, we'll be accompanied by various jump scares and a creepy atmosphere throughout the journey. We hope you enjoy watching.
Yes, hello everyone. That's right, Sheriff Labrador. The fans have been asking us to play this map a lot. Thanks to all the likes and comments. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, we've already passed through 2 rooms.
Dobie, finally, we'll test your mettle. You always say you're not afraid of anything, but on all the maps we've played, you've always tucked your tail in fear. Ha ha ha!
Let's focus on the game, Labrador. I hope you didn't forget to put on a diaper yourself.
Look at how many people are with us. I think they, like us, decided to test their nerves. Dobie, how often do you play horror games alone? I get really scared when I'm by myself. It's always less scary with friends.
I don't really like playing alone either. It's definitely calmer with friends. Plus, you can always chat and share interesting stories with friends. It's strange. We're already at the 10th door and haven't encountered a single monster. Maybe the game glitched?
I don't think so, Dobie. These kinds of games love to wait for just the right amount of time, and then a really scary monster suddenly jumps out at you.
Ah, did you see the lights flicker? I think that's a sign that a monster is about to attack.
What? Where did we get teleported to? What should we do? We probably just need to keep moving forward and not look back. It's really scary.
Oh, I get it. We can't just keep moving forward. Let's be careful and watch out for any signs or clues.
Exactly, Dobie. When the turnaround sign appears on the screen, we need to make sure we don't miss it. I hope our whole team handles this monster, or it'll be even scarier alone. By the way, where is everyone? Maybe they got teleported to a nearby room? If that's the case, how does this monster track each player? Maybe there are several of them.
You mean several identical monsters? That's not a bad theory. Maybe we're being teleported to different worlds altogether.
Yes, we defeated the first monster. Looks like our whole team is okay too. Great job, Dobie. It seems there are 2 doors here and only 1 is correct. Do you remember the number of the previous door? It seems it was the 11th door. Oh, there's no 12th door here at all.
I definitely remember that the previous door was number 13. It seems the girl sacrificed herself for our team. Oh no, she's fine. But it must have been painful.
What's that blue light? Could it be another monster attacking us so quickly? I better just walk past as quickly as possible. It's not bothering me anyway. Looks like it was harmless.
We've already encountered 2 monsters. I wonder how many more there are. Please write in the comments. What do you think, Sheriff Labrador? How many doors will we pass today? Judging by our pace, we have a chance to reach the 100th door and beat the game. I really hope so.
I think we'll reach the 50th door. While you were talking, we met an absolutely identical monster with a blue glow. It seems to exist solely to psychologically scare us with its presence. Such jump scares only work on kids. But we've seen worse, haven't we? Perhaps the farther we go, the more frequently we'll encounter monsters. I wonder if it's possible for there to be 10 monsters in one room at once.
Let's keep going. I think we'll encounter a new monster soon. And here comes an attack. The lights are flickering again. Let's run into the closet.
Well, where is it? Was that attack fake and they just scared us? Listen to the sounds. Something cracked, probably the light bulbs.
It seems like we're about to suffocate. We should have practiced holding our breath. Ah, did you see that? Someone just ran by. It's a new monster.
We've already passed 20 rooms, though I don't see one of our team members. Hopefully he'll catch up if you're not dead. Here's a grill. Is this the end? Oh no, it seems we need to do something in the basement to open the gate of the grill. Maybe we need to find something like a button or a lever.
Yes, I think there will definitely be something useful here. Maybe even a flashlight. I think I see a lever behind the grill. Great. He did it.
Let's tell the guys a scary story with an unexpected ending about how you and I went on a spooky quest.
Oh no, just don't remind me of that. I just forgot.
Once I, Sheriff Labrador, along with my partner Dobie, decided to unwind a bit and accept an invitation to a new quest that had opened nearby our precinct. It was called the Labyrinth of Horrors, and we were assured it would be a fun experience. We arrived at the quest, and right at the entrance, we were greeted by an ominous atmosphere. Dim lighting, gloomy decorations, and eerie sounds. But we were confident. What could frighten two sheriffs who had been through so many trials?
As we entered the maze, I was full of determination to prove that we weren't easily frightened. The first rooms were amusing, strange sounds and flashes of light. But the further we went, the scarier it became. In one of the rooms, vicious creatures suddenly appeared. Labrador seemed unfazed, but I could feel my heart pounding more and more. It was especially terrifying to encounter a huge wolf that unexpectedly leaped out of the shadows. We kept going, and the tension was mounting. At one of the turns, we were confronted by a group of terrifying clowns. Their menacing grimaces and sinister laughter making me flinch. I tried to hold it together, but fear was starting to take over.
In one of the last rooms, just when we thought nothing could be scarier, a huge bear with glowing eyes suddenly leaped out from around the corner. Dobie flinched and I felt him wobble slightly. At that moment, I heard a faint sound and realized that Dobie was genuinely scared. I looked at him and saw a dark stain spreading on his pants, which amused me a lot, but I tried not to show it. We hurried towards the exit, where the quest operator greeted us with a wide smile on his face. We pretended like everything was under control, but I knew that this experience would stay with us for a long time.
Wow, I'd rather forget about it forever, like a bad dream. Why did you record it on video? Now everyone will find out about it. How am I supposed to walk down the street calmly now?
Don't worry, you don't get recognized on the street as often as I do. By the way, do you remember the number of the last door? It was 29, so we should go to the 30th. Hey, girl, this way for us. Open this door.
Oh no, she can't hear you. Write in the chat. But you don't have to write anymore. I hope she survived. Let's just open this door ourselves.
Wow, we found a lockpick. We definitely need to try it out.
My nose is itching. That's not a good sign.
Do you see that? There are scary eyes on the wall. Maybe it's a new monster, and you're not supposed to look at them? Although, we would have died long ago. Let's just keep going.
It suddenly got really dark. The perfect moment to scare us. Did you hear that? Ah!
Pooh, that was really scary. I hope you didn't wet yourself, because ahead of us awaits one of the bosses of this map. Seek.
Very funny. You screamed just as loudly as I did. Better prepare yourself mentally. We'll need to run and crawl through obstacles during the battle with the boss.
How do you know all this, Dobie?
To be honest, I've been preparing.
So you wouldn't be scared?
As you can see, it didn't help much.
Here it comes, it's starting. My paws are already sweating. Phew, let's go.
Run, run, run.
Don't worry, Dobie, we got this. The main thing is to stay alert.
I hope we won't get crushed by a wardrobe. Just don't look back or you might trip and fall.
Did you notice that during the boss battle, we also pass through doors because the room number increases?
That's true. It would be nice to make it all the way to the end of the game like this, because this boss is easier than the boss at the 50th door.
The main thing is not to get caught in the fire. Ouch, it seems like I just singed my tail.
Hooray, we did it. Look how we left him behind. He seemed quite slow. Let's tease him, ha ha ha.
Just be careful. The door might suddenly slam shut and we'll be left alone with him.
Looks like he slammed into the door at full speed, but serves him right. It seems like there are fewer and fewer of us, which doesn't make me happy, but it also shows that you and I are doing pretty well. Maybe we really will make it to the last door.
Meanwhile, we're almost to another boss. Figure. Oh, the lights are flickering again, but we already know what to do.
As far as I know, there are two types of monsters on this map that you need to hide from in the closet. The first one is Rush, and the second one is Ambush. The difference is that Ambush can fly by several times in a row, and you can't stay in the closet for too long.
Oh no, Dobie, this guy for some reason came out of the closet too early. I feel sorry for him. He probably blinked and thought the monster had already left. Sigh. Minus one more team member. Well, at least we got his lockpicks and lighter. Let's tell the guys an interesting story about how we saved the city from the cunning plan of a mad scientist to infect all electronic devices. This was the time when we, Sheriff Labradors and Dobie, decided to take a break from our usual work and head to the gaming club in the heart of the city. We couldn't afford to relax often, but sometimes we needed a bit of entertainment too. As soon as we entered the gaming club, we were surrounded by the sound of coins, flashing lights, and excited voices. We headed towards the arcade machines, and I noticed an old machine in the corner that always caught my attention.
We forgot about our work and got completely immersed in the world of arcade games. But suddenly, one of the machines malfunctioned. The screen started flickering and occasionally showed strange images that evoked horror and fear. People began to scream and panic.
We immediately realized that something was wrong. Dobie and I decided to check what was happening with this machine. When we approached it, I noticed a strange device connected to its back panel. It seemed to be some kind of signal transmission device.
While we were dealing with this, we received a call from the sheriff's office. It turned out that electronic devices throughout the city had started displaying similar symptoms. We realized that this was not a coincidence, but the cunning plan of some mad scientist.
We rushed to take action. Our top priority was to find this scientist and stop him before he caused even more damage to our city. We used all of our skills and resources to track down his whereabouts.
Thanks to our persistence and cooperation, we managed to find his hideout in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of the city. He was attempting to activate his device to cause even more chaos, but we thwarted him just in time.
We arrested him and prevented a catastrophe. This incident reminded us that even during leisure time, we must always be vigilant and ready to act when necessary. And although this experience was scary and tense, we were able to overcome it together, like true partners and friends.
Yes, it's wonderful to be a sheriff and have such a loyal and wonderful partner like you. Here we go, Sheriff Labrador. We've reached the next boss. We need to prepare ourselves mentally because it's going to be very challenging.
So, dear friends, this video is coming to an end. If you want to see the continuation of our game, please like and subscribe to the channel. Well, we're not saying goodbye. Hello, dear friends. As you can see, we are at school, which means today we will be escaping from Mr. Stinky.
Yeah, hello everyone. But first, we need to get out of the classroom. Crazy Mr. Stinky has hung our photo on the board and written that we're noobs. We need to prove him wrong.
We'll gladly do that. I think we'll manage it easily since we're real sheriffs. Let's activate the fire alarm and escape before anyone comes.
Sheriff Labrador, we have many tough challenges ahead, but we need to save our strength for the final boss battle.
Oops, it turns out he was very close the whole time. Looks like stealth isn't an option. Run!
He's looking at us so terrifyingly, with such a beastly smile. He's about to catch up with us. We need to speed up.
Did it seem like he pushed us with his belly? Maybe he's just trying to scare us or play with us. He probably just wants to see how we handle his challenges.
Ha ha ha! Why did he fall asleep? All right, better not take any chances.
Looks like someone before us tried to escape and stepped into this strange green liquid. I hope it's not snot.
Better snot than acid, I suppose.
We're climbing into the ventilation. We need to hold our breath to avoid choking on the dust.
Now we're gonna do a little parkour. We all remember that you're a professional at it, so I'm sure we'll pass through it without any mistakes. Looks like he's already awake. I hope he doesn't attack us now.
Just look at how creepy it looks. Why did he drill through the wall and peek at us through a hole instead of just setting up a camera?
Brr, very spooky. Maybe he thinks this will scare us and we won't be able to continue.
He won't scare us like this. We face scarier things. We just need to ignore him and focus on reaching our goal. We need to figure out how to open the gates.
I think those two buttons should open them. The question is whether we need to press them separately or at the same time.
It would seem unfair of the developer to make a door that can only be opened together. Well, we'll find out soon when we press the second button.
How much money and time do you think went into creating all these trials? He's really crazy. Why did he need to create all this just to watch crying children?
Great! The door opened. I think he spent around $500,000 in about 6 years on all of this. But we can't say for sure because we haven't seen the other trials yet, and I'm sure they'll be even more elaborate.
Oh, I've seen this trial somewhere before. I know what's coming next.
It's possible he's conducting these trials and observing us to learn our weaknesses and defeat us in the final battle.
Good theory, but right now we need to focus on not getting hit by the laser. Listen, I don't quite understand lasers in games and how they can disintegrate things, because I've never seen such lasers in real life. Only those you can play with a cat or aim with a weapon.
Dobie, There are lasers in existence that are very powerful and used in materials processing or furniture manufacturing. Their strength allows them to cut through various objects.
Got it, thanks. Look, this guy is suggesting that we take some secret path. I'm not sure if we should listen to him or not.
Well, I think if it's a trap and we get killed there, it's not a big deal, because we'll just respawn and continue on the normal path. Plus, it's very curious to see what's there.
It looks like a giant suspended platform. Maybe we're about to have a boss battle. But why did that guy say it's a secret way?
It seems like all we can do is press this red button.
On the count of 3.
Let's go!
All right.
It seems like the button really spawned the boss. He looks like Mr. Stinky, but with legs made of sewer pipes.
And under his body, there's a large gear. What could that mean?
Maybe Mr. Stinky likes steampunk, and that's why he made a robot copy of himself. It even knows how to throw its hat. Perhaps it has artificial intelligence built in?
Given the advancement of technology, it's possible, but the problem is that Mr. Stinky is 1,000,000 years old and wouldn't have mastered such technology. However, considering how crazy he is, we can expect a lot from him.
Just a little more HP left for him. The key is not to get too close so he can't reach us with his hat.
Yes! That was a bit exhausting. He was too strong. Or maybe they gave us too weak of a weapon.
All right, what's next? We defeated him and they didn't even give us anything? What nonsense. Maybe they'll at least leave us the weapons.
Phew! I wanted to go back but accidentally jumped. No big deal. They'll respawn us now.
In the end, that guy just blatantly tricked us. He probably wanted to laugh at us failing, but something didn't go according to plan. Did you notice that the edges of these books have spikes? That's very dangerous.
And there were also some balls with spikes. They looked a lot like viruses. I hope we didn't get sick from being near them.
I think we almost ran into a spiked mace. I didn't even notice it when I was jumping.
Oh no, it's Yellow-Toothed Larissa. Grab the weapon and shoot her in the eye.
Listen, so that means she's Mrs. Stinky. Because her breath smells bad, looks like she hasn't brushed her teeth in a long time. Fate! I hope she at least takes a shower.
And she also has terrible makeup and an ugly wart on her face. So it all makes sense now. Mr. and Mrs. Stinky are dating. Very interesting.
Hooray! The second boss is defeated. After the video, we'll need to celebrate our victories.
Sheriff Labrador, do you remember how we saved the town from the approaching tsunami?
Of course, Dobie. I remember every day of our teamwork. Sometimes before bed, I recall many of our adventures together, and it warms my heart instantly.
That's wonderful. Let's tell this story to the guys then. After a long day at work, Labrador and I finally boarded the bus heading home. We were tired, but satisfied with a job well done. Suddenly, through the bus window, we noticed the sky darkening, and the sea began to rage. Taking a closer look, we realized a tsunami was approaching our town.
Without hesitation, we jumped up and asked the driver to stop the bus. The driver, seeing our determination, complied immediately. We rushed out of the bus and ran to the nearest police station to raise the alarm.
We knew time was short. At the station, we contacted local authorities and warned them of the impending threat. All services were immediately mobilized to evacuate people from coastal areas and reinforce the dikes.
I took on the coordination of the evacuation. Alongside firefighters and rescuers, we began going door to door, warning residents and helping them quickly leave the danger zone. Meanwhile, Dobie organized barricades and directed transport for evacuating people.
The work was intense, but coordinated. The townspeople acted quickly and efficiently, following our instructions. The tsunami was already approaching as we completed the evacuation and reinforced the last dikes.
When the wave hit, we were ready. The high barricades and reinforced dikes withstood the force of the water. The town remained intact, and the residents were safe.
After the tsunami receded, we inspected the town. The damage was minimal thanks to the quick response and collective efforts of all services. The residents thanked us for our prompt action and rescue.
We returned home with a sense of having accomplished something truly significant. A saved town and the grateful faces of the residents were the best reward for our hard work.
Guys, if you enjoy our stories, be sure to write about it in the comments because we have plenty more to share.
I hope this guy won't interfere with us now.
It seems he's really getting in our way. Ugh, why did he stand up there and not move? There's no space as it is.
Let's remember another story about the cunning plan of the raccoons so we don't get too upset.
We went outside to investigate and saw strange glowing objects in the sky, resembling UFOs. These were devices disrupting the operation of electrical appliances, and their origin remained a mystery. until we received a message from local residents who had seen raccoons placing something suspicious in the sewers.
We realized that raccoons, known for their cunning, had been planning this scheme for years, aiming to bring us back to the Stone Age. It posed a serious threat to our town, and we had to act quickly.
Gathering a team, we descended into the sewer pipes where we discovered and deactivated the devices disrupting electricity. It was a dangerous mission, but thanks to our unity and professionalism, we managed to succeed.
Look, we've reached some kind of cup. I think it's a trap. It can't be this easy. Someone is probably going to ambush us now.
Well, what should we do? Let's take it.
Yes, we were right. It was actually predictable. But the fact that this cup is our weapon is amazing.
How did Mr. Stinky make this robot? I wonder if it's hollow inside. But it's pure steel, so it must be very heavy. You have to be careful it doesn't fall on you, or it'll crush you flat.
It's possible it's not even a robot, but a giant suit. Maybe he's sitting inside it and controlling it.
Oh no, I didn't expect his attack to kill in one hit. It's okay though, everything's saved, and he's down to less than half HP. We'll finish him off quickly now. Let's go.
I didn't quite understand. He has another attack where he jumps, but just in case, I jump too. Maybe it's his lethal ground wave.
Yeah! Great job, Labrador. It seems that was the final boss. We can safely leave this cursed school now.
I hope they let us keep this cup. Besides reminding us of our victory and the effort we put into overcoming all the trials, it can still shoot. I would like a weapon disguised as a regular item. It could save someone's life.
And when you hold it in your hands, you run very fast. Probably because you feel pride in your victory and gain motivation.
Thank you for the support and for being a good conversation partner, Dobie. Without our teamwork, we wouldn't have made it to the end and wouldn't have been able to defeat the final boss.
Thank you too, Lab. I really enjoyed this place. Guys, if you know any other interesting Roblox places, be sure to write them in the comments so we can check them out.
Thank you guys for watching our videos all the way to the end. Well, our video is coming to an end.
Hello, everybody. This is Dobie, but I'm not alone.
I'm here too. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to escape from the running head.
But it's not that simple because we have a lot of difficult challenges ahead.
Yeah, that's right, Dobie. But since we're sheriffs, no challenges can scare us.
Look, we've encountered the first running head, but it's very slow, so we can ignore it.
But we shouldn't lose our vigilance because there are probably a lot of traps here.
This maze is very simple. There's not even a ceiling, so we can peek to see how to get to the end.
Great, they won't catch us behind this barrier.
I want to see how smart they are.
That was a bit risky, but I also love taking risks. It's a big part of our job, after all.
Yes, but the key is to always think through your actions in advance and have a backup plan in case things go wrong.
Listen, they're getting really close to us. We need to watch our tails.
They walk so weirdly, and now they're stuck together. It looks like they're kissing.
I agree. I can't even imagine how they walk without legs.
Look, there's this gigantic one blocking our path to the finish. Let's find a way around it.
Oh, I see. It looks like it was a test of attention. We went through similar tests when we became sheriffs.
There are 3 heads in a narrow passage here. We'll need to use some parkour skills.
Oh no, they're kissing again? Let's turn away so they don't distract us. Maybe they're doing it on purpose to make us stumble.
Oh, he looks like that giant one, but luckily he's very slow and not very bright. We can easily outsmart him.
I think we're nearing the end of the first stage. Most likely, it's just beyond... Oh, there was a little trap here. That's exactly what happens when you lose focus. But since we're not on a mission, it's not a big deal. Always play for fun, guys.
Well, you were right. This stairs led to the portal to the next stage.
We continue. It seems we've entered some wooden house. There are 2 doors here. Let's go left.
Oh, he's standing with his back to us. Although it doesn't have a back, so I guess it's facing away with its nape.
Here we need to slip through very quickly because he's distracted by another hole in the wall.
Listen, I don't even know. Oh, I meant to say that I don't know where we need to go. Why did he stand unpredictably around the corner?
I think it's deliberately done by the author to scare us. As for where we're going, I'm not sure myself. Since the monitor can't emit smells, we can't find the exit using our dog instincts, so we're going blindly. But the main thing is not to turn around to avoid going back to the starting point.
Great! We've reached the checkpoint, which means we're halfway through the maze. Usually, checkpoints aren't placed just for fun, so there might be danger ahead of us.
Oops! Let's quickly crawl into the gap before this head regains consciousness.
Another checkpoint. Great! Seems like it's a new element of the challenge. We need to veer off the path in time before this head catches us right in its mouth.
Oh my god, we got a bit distracted and missed the turn. Well, no big deal. We understood the gist, and we'll quickly get back to the same spot.
Remember, Lab, how we spent nights playing horror games as kids?
Of course, those evenings with popcorn and an old computer, we cursed that eerie monastery 100 times.
I wonder how that has influenced our work now.
I think it taught us not to panic in dark corners. Remember when we first encountered that strange case in the abandoned mine?
Yeah, all those sounds and rustling. It felt like something out of an old game back then, too.
But thanks to our childhood fascination, we remained composed and figured out the situation. No mystique, just work.
And strangely enough, it still saves us to this day. I'm glad we spent those evenings in forgotten horrors together.
Me too, Dobie. In our world, every day can be like a horror movie, but we're always ready for it.
So, here we are at the third stage of this place. Continuing on. It seems like another maze.
I hope this one will be more interesting and challenging, because the first one was boring, but I understand. It was just preparing us.
On this level, a lot of new mobs have been added. They even scare me a little. Brr, it's creepy.
I agree, but we shouldn't let fear take over, because it's deliberately designed to scare us and prevent us from completing this level. So, let's gather our strength and move forward, ignoring the obstacles.
By the way, speaking of strange creatures, Labrador, do you remember how we saved the town from mutant snakes? Let's tell that story. The day started like any other, but everything changed when reports came in about strange incidents in the town. People were talking about snakes that had once been harmless, but had now evolved, growing arms and legs. They began attacking people and taking over the streets. Labrador and I immediately headed to the scene.
Later, it turned out that all of this was orchestrated by an evil scientist from a neighboring town. He had made a bet with other scientists that he could take over our town and receive a reward from the government for it. When we arrived in the town, we saw real chaos. The mutant snakes were armed and organized, attacking the residents. Our first priority was to rescue people and restore order. We needed to act quickly and develop a plan.
We gathered a team of brave assistants and began a counterattack. Our efforts were focused on ensuring the safety of the people and identifying weaknesses in the snake's defenses.
Hold on a second, Dobie. We need to pause the story for a bit. We've just completed another stage. Good job!
So, where did I leave off? During one of our operations, we managed to capture one of their leaders, a huge snake with a head in command. He revealed that they planned to take over the town and make it their new home.
With our knowledge and resourcefulness, we devised a plan to stop these mutants. We used special tactics to weaken their defenses and reduce their numbers. The battle was fierce, but thanks to our endurance and friendship, we emerged victorious.
It seems like we're in a more modern house compared to the second stage. Here, it looks like Stone Age heads live, given the stone walls around us.
Oops, we've accidentally reached the starting point again, but no worries. Let's go back and turn in the other direction now.
Oh, these challenges are still very simple. It seems like this place is designed for children rather than sheriffs.
I'm also a bit disappointed by that, but I'm optimistic that a very challenging trial will come soon.
Ouch. That was unfair from the developer. I would have made that jump because I have very good reflexes. Oh well, let's forget about it.
Dobie, what do you think about these heads? Where do you think they came from?
To be honest, I don't even know which universe or game they're from. But I do know for sure that they're very popular on the internet, and they're quite creepy. Perhaps that's why they're popular. Their distinctive feature of having a face painted with white makeup and poorly applied lipstick.
Did you see that head around the corner? We almost ran into it. Once again, good reflexes saved us.
Oh, again! What are they doing there? Maybe they were also trying to jump over something and got stuck there forever?
That's a good theory. Well, we've completed another stage. Let's move on.
I hope it will be more interesting there.
All right, we've spawned in a new location. It seems to be a maze, but not a simple one. A transparent maze. What the heck?
Don't get disappointed so early, Sheriff Labrador. For some reason, you can't see through glass to other glass. I must have forgotten my school physics. But will we also be hindered by women's heads?
I thought those heads reproduced by budding, but it turns out the women were just on another level. Now it makes sense.
These women are prettier than those heads, but they still look ugly.
Oh no, we're stuck. Listen, this glass is really confusing. It seems to create very strange visual effects. Normally, such effects are caused by glasses.
Let's lighten the mood by remembering the funny story about how we rescued a school kid who was fooling around with a fire extinguisher and got stuck in a tree. Recently, Labrador and I had a special day, a tour for school children. We arrived at the school with a fire truck, an ambulance, and a police car to show the kids how our service works. The children were thrilled, especially when they were allowed to climb into the vehicles and try out being rescuers.
Everything was going smoothly until we noticed one of the students, a little rascal named Tim, quietly sneaking over to the fire truck and stealing a fire extinguisher. We thought he just wanted to play, but suddenly we heard screams. It turned out that Tim had activated the fire extinguisher and ended up in a tree, covered in foam.
I sense something's off here. We need to check carefully. The situation was critical. Tim was hanging from a branch, tightly gripping the fire extinguisher, and looked terrified. I immediately ran to the tree while Labrador coordinated the children to keep them away.
While Dobie climbed the tree, I calmed the children and explained that Tim would be safe. Thanks to his agility, Dobie quickly reached Tim. He spoke to him in a calm voice, convincing the boy to let go of the fire extinguisher and hold onto the branch.
This is a very strange challenge. Some heads are falling, while others aren't. When I reached Tim, he was on the verge of tears. I gently took his hand and helped him down. Tim was okay, but shaken. We talked to him about the importance of being careful and listening to adults.
Great, we've completed another stage. Moving on to the sixth one. I wonder how many there are in total. After that incident, we continued the tour, but with new safety rules. The children understood that safety is not a game. At the end of the day, everyone thanked us for the exciting lesson and promised to be more careful.
This day showed us that even the most ordinary events can unexpectedly turn into extreme situations. The main thing is that we are always ready to help and protect those who need it.
Hi guys, turns out we're only halfway through this place. Later on, it's gonna get really tough, which we're really happy about. Well, it's time for us to say goodbye. Hey everyone, this is already the second part of our escape from the running heads.
Hey, hello again everyone. Be sure to watch the first part of our video if you haven't seen it yet.
Now we're on stage 6. As you can see, we're in some kind of dark house.
It's very gloomy here. Good thing we have a flashlight with us.
We're sheriffs, so let's move further down this dark corridor.
Oh, look, a running head just appeared. I hope it didn't notice us.
It's very dumb and slow. We'll easily escape from it.
These heads are everywhere, but I don't think they pose a threat to us.
Yes, Dobie. We've been trained for much tougher situations in sheriff training.
Wow, what's a giant soccer ball doing here? Are they playing soccer here while no one's around?
Where do you think these heads came from?
I think they were brought here by aliens on UFOs.
Maybe they came here by themselves? It looks like they belong to some ancient species that we haven't seen yet.
They're very creepy, that's for sure. And those eyes, they seem to follow you wherever you wanted to go. Oh no, it was a trap. We should have anticipated that.
I agree. We need to think ahead. But that trap wasn't visible there. And those pink lips, why do they need this weird makeup? I got goosebumps on my skin. We'd better keep an eye on them. There may be problems if they start wandering around the city.
Look, we've moved on to a new stage. If we keep moving at this speed, we'll get out of here very soon.
Oh, did you notice how cool this stage is? It's like we're playing an old 2D game. I loved playing 2D games as a kid.
I enjoyed playing them too. I've completed a lot of games back in the day. For example, Super Mario.
Guys, you all remember who's the best parkourist in town, right? My skills will help us breeze through this stage quickly.
Actually, while I was helping you learn, my skills were also improving. So now we're about at the same level.
That's awesome, Dobie. Together, we can focus our strengths on one problem.
Let's pick up the pace here.
Wow, what's that giant two-headed monster?
Oh no, we fell into their trap again. We should have jumped over them from above.
No worries, Dobie. Let's just think more carefully from now on.
Safety is my middle name. You can count on me.
We need to be more careful here. They can easily reach us.
They won't catch us. After all, we're sheriffs who are very good at our job.
Oh, look, it's turned into a maze here. The main thing is not to get lost in it.
Of course, we won't get lost here.
I don't trust this arrow. Let's go the other way.
Oh no, it's another cleverly planned trap. We should have followed that arrow.
No, Dobie, there's a trap there too. I saw another passage here.
Then lead us to that passage. Hopefully now everything will be safe.
See, I told you so.
Let's move faster and progress quickly. I'm getting tired of this 2D world already.
I think we're almost there, so let's push a little harder.
Oh, could this road lead to the exit? I hope there are no elaborate traps on it.
You're right, Dobie. I can already see the exit to the next level.
Oh yes, we're back in the 3D world, but now it's very cold here, and there are lots of these heads around.
Guys, write in the comments if it's snowing where you are this winter or not.
I really like winter. I enjoy playing snowball fights and building snowmen.
Playing snowball fights with you is always fun, Dobie. I hope we can play together again sometime.
Oh, look, this game is just like the one from Squid Game. I hope we don't fall into the abyss.
It's getting harder and harder to move through the snow. I think it would be better if it melted right now.
I agree with you, even though I love the snow. But a miracle won't happen.
Oh no, that head caught us again. I think we need to watch more carefully where we're going.
We have to overcome all these challenges through the hard and loose snow. So let's not get discouraged.
Dobie, I was thinking about something. Have you ever thought about the benefits that video games give us?
Of course, Labrador. I think there are many benefits to games. They not only entertain, but also develop skills. Take strategic games, for example. They help improve our logical thinking and planning skills.
That's right. And I've noticed that puzzle games help train the brain, improving our cognitive abilities and memory. And they also help train our reflexes.
I agree. Another thing I like is that many games promote social interactions. In online games, you can chat with friends or even make new acquaintances.
Exactly, especially in team games, where communication and coordination are important. This can help develop teamwork skills and leadership qualities.
Look, the exit to the next level is already here.
Wow, we've landed in space on some unknown planet.
I've never been to other planets before, and I didn't think I'd be so lucky this time.
This planet is so strange. It's all covered in some kind of jelly. I hope we don't fall into it.
I don't want to bathe in that jelly either. It's so gross, slimy, and slippery.
It seems to me that this planet wasn't originally like this. It looks too unnatural. I think those heads transformed the planet into a testing ground.
That's not a bad guess. Perhaps that's exactly what happened.
It's getting a bit warm here. I think it's because we're closer to the sun than on Earth.
Our next challenge looks very difficult, but I hope we can handle it.
Of course, we're super cool sheriffs after all.
Phew, that was close. We almost fell, and that head almost caught us.
Wow, we're really lucky, aren't we? Today, luck is on our side.
Luck is always good to have. If you believe in luck, it will always be with you.
Sure, since it's so hot here, let's remember the story of how we saved the city from the heat.
Of course, it's a very exciting story.
It was a scorching summer day, the kind that made you long for shade and a cool breeze. But instead of relief, we found ourselves facing a crisis that threatened our town like never before. Temperatures soared to unprecedented heights, and crops withered in the fields. People were collapsing from heat exhaustion, and our lakes were drying up. It was clear. Global warming had hit us hard and fast.
As sheriffs of our beloved town, Labrador and I knew we couldn't sit idly by. We had to act, and act quickly. Our first step was to rally the community, urging everyone to conserve water and electricity. But we knew we needed more than just conservation to save our town.
We dug deep into research, reaching out to scientists and experts who confirmed our worst fears. Unless drastic measures were taken, our town would become uninhabitable. But amid the despair, we found hope.
We devised a bold plan to combat the rising temperatures. With the help of engineers and volunteers, we planted thousands of trees around the town to create natural shade and absorb carbon dioxide. It was a monumental effort, but we couldn't afford to fail.
Simultaneously, we launched a campaign to install solar panels on every public building and encourage households to switch to renewable energy sources. The sun, once our foe, became our ally in generating clean power.
Oh, while we were telling our story, we managed to advance to the next level.
I didn't notice that either. Let's finish telling our story now.
It wasn't easy. There were setbacks and doubts along the way, but our community rallied together like never before. People volunteered their time and resources, businesses adapted their practices, and schools educated the next generation about the importance of sustainability.
Months passed, and slowly but surely, we began to see the effects of our efforts. Temperatures stabilized, and the greenery we planted started to flourish. Our lakes filled up again, and the air felt cleaner. We had fought back against global warming and won.
Looking back, it wasn't just about saving our town. It was about proving that when a community comes together with determination and a shared goal, anything is possible. Our town stands today as a beacon of resilience and hope in the face of climate change. and Labrador and I couldn't be prouder to have led our community through this challenging but ultimately triumphant chapter.
With this story, I didn't even notice that we were navigating through an obstacle course in the air.
Oh, I didn't notice that either. The main thing is not to fall down.
We can't just fall on our own. It's only if we get hit by traps set by those heads.
Yes, those traps can be surprisingly complex sometimes.
I think they spent years developing those traps. They've honed them so well on others that now we're facing quite a challenge.
Wow, we're jumping on clouds. They're so soft.
If only all beds were that soft.
Ah, why did you have to remind me about beds? I would gladly lie down on a comfy bed right now.
Oh, look, we're already approaching the next level.
Let's go quickly.
Oh, we're on a new level again, and now we're riding bicycles.
I love bicycles too. Even though they require physical effort, I enjoy the process.
We're really speeding up. I've never ridden a bicycle this fast before.
I've only ridden this fast on a motorcycle before, but now on a bicycle too. It's a very unique experience.
Here, we need to ride very carefully, or else those heads will crash into us.
Labrador, let's talk about something interesting.
I've been thinking about our town's transportation. Do you think it's time to upgrade our old school rideshare system?
Oh, hold on with such interesting topics. We got swept away by an air current. We need to be more careful.
All right, let's continue.
It could be a good idea, Labrador. Those classic rideshares have their charm, but maybe it's time for electric scooters or bikes. They're eco-friendly and great for short trips.
Electric scooters, huh? They're fast and convenient for zipping around town. Plus, they're popular with the younger crowd.
Exactly. And bikes are versatile too. They could help reduce traffic congestion and promote healthier living. What do you think about adding bike lanes?
Bike lanes could be a game changer, Dobie. It would make commuting safer and encourage more people to pedal to work or run errands.
Autonomous shuttles could be a hit, Labrador. They're safe and could provide convenient transportation for tourists and locals alike.
It's all about balancing tradition with progress, Dobie. Let's gather some community input and see what options they'd support.
Agreed, Labrador. Finding the right mix of modern and sustainable transportation options could really improve our town's mobility and appeal.
I think we can consider that we've escaped from those heads now.
I agree. Let's move on to the next place. What a beautiful outfit, isn't it, Sheriff Labrador?
We've already started.
Ups! Hello, dear friends. Today we will be playing The Floor is Lava in Roblox.
Yes, that's right, Dobie. As you can see, we're standing on top of a mountain, and the lava is about to reach us.
It looks like we're safe. The lava isn't rising anymore. Guys, don't forget to like for our efforts, and be sure to suggest in the comments which Roblox maps we should try next.
It seems like we're in a giant mushroom forest. Or maybe we're just really small.
I don't like that there are only fly-agarics around me. I have an interesting story related to fly-agarics, but I'll tell it later, so make sure to watch the video until the end.
What a beautiful kitty. Now I want to get a pet too. Please write in the comments what kind of pet you have.
It seems like we need to save up some money first to buy a pet. To do that, we'll have to complete a few more lava challenges.
Did you see that? The girl fell right into the lava. I hope it wasn't us who pushed her. We need to go down and help her.
She's okay. It seems she just singed her hair a bit.
It looks like a country house and a barn. It's a shame it's closed. I would have liked to play with the pigs. I really love them. They are very cute.
I agree with you. It's interesting to think if it's possible to survive lava on a tree. They're here for a reason.
It feels like this is a trap, and quite a few people have fallen for it. I hope they realize it and manage to escape in time.
It seems like it's true. The lava isn't even slowing down. What if it reaches us?
Looks like the roof of the barn got flooded. That's really sneaky.
Only a small piece of the roof of the house remains above the lava. I really like the farm atmosphere. It immediately brings to mind movies about the Wild West.
The lava is settling down. We survived. As for that guy, maybe he's cheating?
I think he just lagged behind.
It looks like there are several parkour challenges of different difficulties here. Why did they spawn me near the easiest one? Are they doubting my parkour skills?
I think all your parkour training since school days has paid off, because now the lava will flood all the parkours except the difficult one, and we'll survive.
It seems like the lava stopped, and even those who completed the easiest parkour survived. Stupid developers, that's not fair.
Maybe the developers are giving a chance for even the youngest children to survive this challenge, but I agree with you.
Wow, it's a picnic. I love them because it's the perfect time to relax and socialize with friends. We should organize a picnic for ourselves soon.
I really want that too. Oh no, it looks like the lava is about to flood those delicious cupcakes. By the way, did you notice we're standing on the handle of the picnic basket?
I hope it doesn't catch fire now, although that would be strange since there's nowhere else to hide from the lava.
Looks like we didn't burn, and the lava stopped, so everything's fine. Now we just need to wait for the end of the round and not slip. That would be a major fail.
I want to go down and check if the cupcakes survived the lava flood. Oh, I even know what this refers to. Hint, it's an old game. Please write it in the...
It's Mario!
What have you done, Dobie? That would have been a good comment bait.
Oh, sorry about that. I interrupted you and didn't hear that.
All right, let's forget about it. Let's just climb up this pipe.
Look, a star! Grab it quickly. Good thing we got here first.
Oh no, it's a fake. Why would it be here then?
I think this is also some kind of reference to a game.
It's possible that this star is also from Mario.
I came up with a joke about lava and a pipe. Listen, why is lava always happy in a sewer pipe? Because it's always in a hot mood.
Ha 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 ha. Let me tell a funny joke too. I'm Sheriff Labrador, and I keep our town safe. When someone breaks the law, I immediately pick up the trail. Or at least my partner.
Ha ha ha, that was funny too. Let's tell guys how you learned to tell jokes.
Of course. In our little town, it was always fun. But I, Sheriff Labrador, was never known for having a good sense of humor. My partner, Sheriff Dobie, always knew how to lift the mood, but I just couldn't manage it. I decided it was time to change that and learn how to tell funny jokes.
Noticing Labrador's desire to become a funny man, I decided to help him. You know, Labrador, I said to him one day, humor isn't just about jokes. It's about seeing the funny side of everyday life and sharing it with others.
Thus began my training. The first thing I did was enroll in local stand-up comedy classes. There, I learned a lot about crafting jokes, comedic timing, and the importance of being confident on stage.
Labrador enthusiastically attended all the classes and even tried to apply his knowledge in our everyday work. One day, we responded to a call about a missing cat, and Labrador, trying to lighten the mood, said, "Well, let's catch her red-handed with a hot mouse."
To my surprise, it worked. People started laughing and the tension eased. I realized that a joke, even the simplest one, can significantly improve the mood.
I was pleased to see Labrador becoming more confident in his jokes. One day, he even organized a mini concert for the children at school, telling funny stories from our work. The kids were thrilled.
But the real test of my new skill came when our town organized a festival. I was asked to perform a short comedy routine. It was a challenge, but I decided to give it a try.
The festival was in full swing, and Labrador took the stage, starting with a simple story about how we once caught a thief who stole a dozen pastries from the bakery. He thought he could get away, but he forgot that we have Sheriff Dobie, the best pastry scent detective in the county.
To my surprise, the audience laughed and started applauding. I continued telling stories, each of which elicited laughter and smiles. At the end of my performance, I received a standing ovation.
This moment was pivotal for Labrador. He realized that humor is not just about jokes, but a way to connect with people, making their lives a little brighter. Now, he often uses his new skills to lighten the mood and uplift those around him.
But in any case, I'm grateful to Dobie for helping me in the beginning and supporting me throughout this journey.
Those are very kind words. Labrador, thank you. Let's conquer this pyramid of chaos.
We even got to the top first. Guys, if you didn't know, let's share an interesting trick. In modes like Floor is Lava, you always need to reach the highest point, meaning to climb as high as possible. I think that deserves a like. By the way, we've already saved up enough money to afford buying some interesting pet.
I like the dragon. Let's get it. Yay! Now we have a very cute pet. We need to take a closer look at it.
Yes, it's cool. I liked it too.
It looks like the Eiffel Tower. Have you ever been to Paris?
Yes, I've been to Paris. Let me tell you more about it.
Well, tell me, Labrador. I'm always ready to listen to your exciting stories.
Before I became sheriff, I loved traveling and discovering new things about our incredible world. That time, I took the earliest flight to Paris, and upon arrival, I went straight to the Eiffel Tower. It was amazing. I climbed to the very top of the tower and felt like a king of the mountain. The view from that height was breathtaking.
I can't even imagine, Labrador. What other interesting places did you visit in Paris?
Oh, there's so much in Paris. I visited the Louvre, where I saw so many amazing works of art. And of course, I couldn't miss stopping by a cafe and trying a real French croissant.
Sounds like an amazing adventure, Labrador. How would you like to visit Paris again on your next vacation? Just with me.
Of course, Dobie. I'd be delighted to share those experiences with you. I think you'd appreciate the beauty and atmosphere of the place.
Thank you, Labrador. I'm already looking forward to this adventure.
Great, it's a deal. And here we are, standing on the monitor. Looks like someone decided to take a dip in the lava.
Looks like this person enjoys taking hot baths. But in any case, one must be careful with hot water because you can burn your paws.
It's very painful, so be careful when pouring boiling water into your tea.
Oh, it's your favorite, Sheriff Labrador, parkour. But here it seems fair. To survive the lava flood, you just need to jump to the end.
It seems like there's not just parkour here, there's even a mini challenge of dodging. If that stick hits your back, it won't be pleasant, and as a bonus, you'll fly into the lava. As far as I remember, I've seen this challenge before in the game Fall Guys. I passed it then, and got the crown. Guys, if you want to see us play other games besides Roblox, be sure to comment and let us know which ones.
Well, here we are on the finish platform, and you were right. The lava flooded everything except us, so your parkour training wasn't in vain.
Look at me trolling this lava. I'm just warming up my paws a little. By the way, if I remember correctly, you promised to tell the viewers who watched until the end a story about a fly agaric.
Yes, thank you for reminding, Sheriff Labrador. This day started like any other autumn day. Labrador and I decided to spend some time in the forest, enjoying nature and the fresh air. The walk was pleasant, but what happened next turned our world upside down.
I remembered this story. As we walked along the path, I spotted a beautiful fly agaric mushroom. Its bright red cap with white spots caught my eye, but I knew they were poisonous, so I warned Dobie to stay away from them.
We continued our walk, enjoying the surrounding nature. But when we returned to our car, I noticed that Labrador was carrying a basket full of fly agarics. I was amazed by his actions and asked what he was planning to do with them.
I explained to Dobie that I wasn't planning to eat them, but rather to use them in various experiments. I've always been interested in nature, and I wanted to explore how fly agarics could be applied in different fields.
And so we returned home, and Labrador began his experiments. He dried the fly agarics, made infusions out of them, and even used them as natural dyes for fabrics. But the real breakthrough came when he found a way to use fly agarics in medicine.
Yes, I developed an ointment from fly agarics that proved to be effective in reducing pain and swelling. It was a real breakthrough for me, and I realized that nature has incredible potential.
Yes, Labrador, you must have felt like a real scientist. But guys, still don't try to imitate us. We're professionals, and our video is coming to an end.
Thank you all for watching.
Hello again, dear friends. This time, we're going to escape from a strange yet cute creature.
His name is Pom Pom Purin. Although he looks very cute, he harbors a deep hatred towards all living beings.
Let's quickly get out of our cell and give him a good beating.
Maybe we should sneak through unnoticed and act like real ninjas.
I'm not sure if we can pull off a stealth escape since, first and foremost, we are sheriffs.
Yes, we're sheriffs, but I think our job requires us to be capable of even more. Besides, we have experience from playing stealth games.
If we take that into account, we might actually succeed.
Dobie, do you remember how we played Hitman 3 last week? I never would have thought a game about stealth assassinations could be so captivating.
Oh no, he's right in front of us. We need to wait a bit until he turns around. Of course, Labrador, it was amazing. Acting stealthily and planning every move is just like our operations, but in a virtual world. I especially liked how you can use the environment to complete missions.
Yeah, like when you had to disguise yourself as a chef to sneak into the kitchen and tamper with the food. It's such a subtle approach, requiring attention to detail. Just like in real life when we conduct undercover operations.
Or when we had to disguise ourselves as security guards to gain access to restricted areas. It makes you think several steps ahead. By the way, do you remember that funny moment when you accidentally pressed the wrong button and dropped a chandelier on yourself?
Oh, how could I forget? I wanted to stage an accident for the target, but instead, the chandelier fell right on me. We laughed so loud that the neighbors later asked what happened.
Yeah, that was a classic moment. And do you remember when you tried to sneak into a locked room through the window and then accidentally fell into the pool?
Of course. I just wanted to avoid the guards, but didn't notice the pool below the window. Good thing it was a game and not real life. But in general, Hitman 3 is excellent training for our attention to detail and ability to think outside the box.
Agreed. Every time we play, I learn something new. Planning, analyzing the situation, and making quick decisions. All of this will come in handy in our real work. And of course, being able to laugh at our mistakes.
Absolutely. Next time we play, let's try to complete a mission without being detected once. It will be interesting to test our skills.
Great idea, Labrador. I'm up for a new challenge. Maybe this time I won't fall into the pool.
In the meantime, we managed to visit the mines beneath this prison. And right now, we're emerging from it.
It's not that simple. There's a Stone Age inhabitant blocking our path. We need to find a way to bypass him.
It looks like we need to go through here. Fortunately, he's wearing heavy old armor and moves quite slowly.
We need to be careful, since this was a dead end. He got very close. Plus, he's holding a torch, so we need to watch our tails.
Hooray! We managed to escape from him. It's strange that he's not following us further.
Maybe it's uncomfortable for him to climb the stairs in that clunky armor. Or perhaps he doesn't want to leave his usual spot.
Since we're talking about the medieval era, let me tell you about how our city almost returned to it. It was one of the strangest days of our careers. It all started when the city was hit by complete chaos. All electronics suddenly failed, and wires began to melt. We even saw our favorite gadget smoking and sparking. People started panicking, and as it turned out, that was just the beginning.
Yes, Labrador, the situation was indeed critical. At first, we thought it was some sort of localized glitch. But when our communication devices started showing strange failures, it became clear this was more than just a technical hiccup. We then discovered that the signal was coming from space. Everything pointed to the fact that aliens had decided to interfere in our affairs.
We quickly realized that the aliens had sent a signal that disrupted all our electronics. The signal was causing all electronic devices to overheat and malfunction. We even saw satellites losing their course and connection.
Realizing that if we didn't stop this, the city might revert to a medieval level of technology, we decided to act. First, we needed to find a way to counter the alien signal. We reached out to our tech experts and scientists to figure out how to create an opposing signal.
We decided to send out a signal with the opposite polarity to neutralize the alien signal's effects. It was a complex plan, and we needed to quickly assemble the equipment to generate the signal. We found an old antenna and a few amplifiers that could help us with this.
Together with a team of engineers, we set up our equipment to emit a signal with the same frequency, but in the opposite polarity. We couldn't afford any mistakes, as it was risky. If the signal was too strong or misconfigured, it could cause even greater disruption.
When we started emitting our signal, we immediately noticed that the voltage in the power grid began to stabilize. Wires that had been melting began to cool down, and devices on the brink of failure started to recover. But most importantly, the satellites began to reestablish communication.
Gradually, the situation began to normalize. We managed to reestablish contact with space agencies and confirm that our signal had been successful. The alien signal was neutralized, and our technology started working as before. The city was saved from reverting to medieval times.
Yes, it was a real victory for us. We once again showed that we can overcome any difficulties when we work together and use our knowledge. Now we can only hope that the aliens won't interfere in our affairs again. By the way, did you notice how huge this fan is? It's blowing with such force that it's pushing us forward at high speed. You know, Dobie, I was just thinking about what a brilliant invention the fan is. It's amazing how it helps us deal with the heat.
Absolutely, Labrador. I can't imagine how we would survive the summer without it. The fan is a lifesaver. You turn it on and instantly feel cooler.
Do you remember that time when all the fans in our town stopped working simultaneously? The heat was unbearable, and suddenly people were left without the simplest way to cool down.
Of course I remember. It was total chaos. All the fans suddenly stopped, and residents began pouring into the streets, trying to find any way to cool off. Some had battery-operated fans, but they were quickly snatched up.
Exactly. I remember people in the central square coming up with all sorts of creative solutions. Some set up makeshift showers with hoses, others placed large containers of cold water to soak towels.
And how about those who used huge blocks of ice? They brought them in on trucks and placed them on the sidewalks so that the cool air from the ice would help lower the temperature. It looked like some kind of strange festival.
And remember how the cafe owners started handing out free cold drinks and ice cream to help people cope with the heat? It was wonderful to see everyone come together in such a moment.
Yes, that was great. And I also recall how local engineers and technicians gathered to figure out what was wrong. They discovered that there was a failure in the main electrical grid that affected all the fans in the city.
And thanks to their efforts, they were able to quickly fix the problem. As soon as the fans were up and running again, the city literally breathed a sigh of relief. Everyone went back to their usual activities, and the squares and streets emptied.
That incident showed us how important the fan is in our lives. We often don't realize how much it helps us until we lose it. It's great that we have such simple yet ingenious inventions.
Absolutely right, Dobie. Fans are the true heroes of the summer. I hope we won't have such problems again, and all the fans will work without any issues.
Listen, there's another fan. Why are there so many in this prison? I thought prisoners were kept in harsh conditions to learn their lesson, but it turns out they live more luxuriously than the homeless.
I don't know why so much effort was put into the comfort of prisoners here, but I've heard that prisons in Switzerland are very well regarded. Perhaps they believe that harsh conditions won't correct a prisoner, but rather showing them that life isn't as bad as they think will help them realize their mistakes.
Labrador, we've been through enough of this prison. I feel like the final battle is approaching.
Wow, you guessed perfectly. You should go on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
I'll definitely think about your suggestion, but for now, we need to defeat this giant dog.
Let's finish him off quickly. He deserves it.
I think we don't have to finish him off. We can put him in another prison. Maybe we can still rehabilitate him.
Look, we need to shoot at his hands. That's the weakest part of his costume.
I think it's not a costume, but a giant robot. But who knows? Maybe Pom Pumperin really is inside it.
Look, we've almost got him. He has very little HP left.
Hooray! We finally did it. Now all the prisoners in this prison can be safely released.
Great job, Dobie. I knew we could do it. It's good that we were given a decent weapon. It turns out a food shooting cannon is very powerful.
Well, guys, I think we can consider that we've escaped from this prison, which means it's time to end our adventures for today.
Thanks for watching, friends. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Also, suggest in the comments what else we should play. See you soon!